talaga, nagpipiling na naman. Pati yung mga ibang piling na dadamay sa mga pinagagawa nila.
Isang taon pa sa Norway. Makaipon lang ako ng sapat. Uuwi na ako sa aking anak for good.
Hapon ng 2019, 17th of May, matapos manood ng mga parada at pagkaway ng royal family sa balkonahe ng kastilyo ng Norway, nag-cruise ang landas ng 4 na kababaihan.
Hello sis! Andito na ako sa castle, pero ang daming mga Pinay, nahihiya ako makipagkilala.
Andyan na daw si Ira. Ito, tawagan mo.
Bakit naman?
Ay.
Ate Pearl,
Oh, yeah,
au pair,
hi.
6 months na sa Norway, taga-hash sila, ikaw?
Ako si Aurora, kakarating ko lang nung March 5. Taga March 2 ako.
Aya.
Wait lang ha.
Sige.
Hello Ira, nasan ka po banda?
Dito sa tapat ng castle. Naka-white ako, Aurora.
Ah, okay. Ayun. Okay.
Hi!
Kamusta?
Kamusta?
Ako din. Ako din. Oo, bagong kilala ko si Ate Pearl.
Kasama din ako. Friend ng friend ko from Denmark.
Bago lang kayo dito? Kamusta na?
Okay lang. Sige, Char.
Kaya nga, di ba, mababait yung mga tao dito eh. Ay, sorry. Wait lang ha. Oh, Jem. Oh, hello. Saglit, nasa labas ako. Bakit?
Pasensya na ate. Ito kasi si Pio, iyak ng iyak. Hinahanap ka, sabi ko naman na nasa trabaho ka.
Pakausap nga ding at patatahanin ko. Oh, Pio. Oh, andito na si tita. Wag na iyak. Oh.
Ang cute naman.
Oo.
Ilang taon na ba?
Oh, yan. Mag 9 months na siya. Pamangkin ko. Oo, pamangkin ko.
Mabilis na napagkalagayan ng loob ang 4. Simula ng araw na yon hanggang buong summer, nagkikita sila tuwing weekend, nagbabanding na para bang kilalang kilala na nila ang isa't isa.
Ano ba yun? Hindi ko alam yung pangalan.
Hindi pa pero ay, nakakatuwa naman. Ang
Ay.
dami kong new friends.
Hi, ako si Aurora. Nurse ako sa Pilipinas. Nagtrabaho ako doon ng 3 years. Hanggang napagod na lang ako. Hindi pa rin namin natubos ang lupa ng lolo ko na isinanla para makapag-college ako. Kaya kahit charge nurse na ako dito sa hospital, pinili ko pa rin pumunta ng Norway at maging au pair. Baka dito rin matupad ang pangarap ko na maging nurse at umasenso sa buhay. Char. Masaya naman yung work ko dito. Mababait naman yung mga host ko so far. At ang pinakamahalaga, mabibigyan din ako ng chance mag-practice yung profession ko. Kasi pag-aalagaan daw ako ng kapatid ng host dad ko. Nakagaling lang sa hospital. Stroke patient daw eh. At least, di ako mangangalawang, feeling first step closer na sa dream kong maging registered nurse sa Norway.
Hello, kamusta na kayo?
Uy, kamusta ka?
Hi, Aurora.
Kamusta ka dyan?
Okay naman, ito medyo pagod, pagod sa trabaho. Kayo, kumusta?
Okay lang naman. Nurse ka na ba dyan?
Parang ganun na rin na nga, pero parang home-based patient care ako dito.
Okay.
Oo.
Pang nurse ba? Paano ba mag-apply dyan? Baka pwede ako mag-apply dyan ba? Or di kaya yung mga kasama din natin dito sa Pinas?
Kaya, mahirap yung process dito maging nurse pero, kayo, kamusta ang work niyo dyan? Ikaw,
Okay lang naman.
Yeah.
After 6 days straight work and working from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. on a Sunday, sa kapatid ng host niyang may cancer, umuwi si Aurora at may natagpo ang note sa pinto ng room niya. Na nagsasabing, "Hi Aurora, thank you for taking care of Eric. Here are some chocolates for you. Also, can you please prepare mouth pocket for the kids and deliver them to the kindergarten at 7 a.m. tomorrow? Thank you. L."
Hi, Ma!
Anak, kamusta ka na dyan?
Okay lang po, Ma. Kayo po, kamusta po kayo?
Ayos naman kami rito. Di ka ba nahihirapan dyan? Kaya mo pa ba? O gusto mo na umuwi?
Okay lang po ako, Ma. Kaya pa naman eh. Medyo mabigat lang ang trabaho pero kaya pa naman. Sige po, Ma. Kailangan ko nang umalis. Nandiyan na kasi yung host mom ko. Tinatawag na ako. Bye-bye,
Okay,
Ma.
sige, ingat ka.
Sige po. Miss you.
So I understand Aurora is a nurse from the Philippines, and that she came here as an au pair, and as well, to try her luck to become a nurse as well in Norway, and she's looking forward. As far as I understand, like through the au pair work she's doing, to get experience as a nurse. If I understood well, right? So I understand the thought that Aurora has. It's not wrong to think like that. However, in terms of the tasks and the contract an au pair has, she's supposed to do light work or tasks. I will not call it work because it's not work. It's a cultural exchange. And we will always emphasize this to whoever calls us in Caritas Au Pair Center. And it seems that she's also working more hours than she's supposed to work. It's important to remember that work is not supposed to exceed 30 hours per week and 5 hours per day, and that you're also entitled to get some rest, and you also are entitled to 25 days of vacation a year. So the work Aurora is doing is perceived as a heavy task, well, it's not even a task, it's actually work, which is not correct. It's understandable that she's thinking or perceiving this as an experience of nursing here in Norway, but it's not correct, and it's not allowed to be doing this kind of heavy work, especially when it comes to sick people that need special or intensive care. It's not correct.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lara. And would you like to add something, Enzo?
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I realized that it's actually on point. Yeah, would there be any other reactions from you, Lara, in terms of, how you would want to put it? Like in the future, if you want to make another character, like how you want to make the character like, of course you've mentioned about like over having over working overtime, like more than the required and stuff, but are there any other things that you would have maybe corrected or have maybe, you know?
I think it's always important to have an open communication with the host family that you're living with, and it is clearly stated in the contract between the parties that what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. This is something that is signed both by the au pair and the host family, and both should have the same understanding of the contract. So I think in this kind of situation, it's important. It would be important for Aurora to say that, you know, she understands the host family situation in terms of the brother who has had this serious situation. However, it's not in her mandate as an au pair to be taking care of a sick person, because it's meant to be a pleasant cultural exchange, a way of her to know a family, to be having her free time, to learn Norwegian, and not to be working as an au pair and a nurse at the same time.
Ako si Pearl, at lagi ako nagmamadali. Para sa akin kasi, time is money. Bawat galaw ko dito sa Norway ay dapat makabuluhan. Dapat may mapapala. Kasi malaki yung sinakripisyo ko para makapunta dito. Sobrang mahalaga yung iniwan ko para makapagtrabaho dito. Naiwan ko yung buhay ko.
Hello, Ate Pearl. Nandun na sila Mela sa bahay. Anong oras ka daw pupunta? Kanina pa sila doon sa bahay nagsimula.
Oh, ito na din. Oh, wait lang ka mo. Oh, ito na.
Ate, meron pa palang 3 hours mamaya. Kaya pa ba? Kasi bukas ng 7 a.m. may 3 oras din kasama yung dalawa. Kay Fatima sana to kaso wala na siya. Hindi ko alam kung makakabalik pa siya dito.
Si Fatima? Bakit? Tapos na ba ang kontrata niya?
Hindi ate. Na-raid sila sa barum habang nagkukuskus. Ewan ko ngayon kung nasa Politi ba sila or nasa UDA. Or baka nandun sila sa detention para diretsyo na ipa-deport.
Ha? Sino nagsabi?
Yung best friend ni Joy. Hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung ibang detalye. Pero yung sabi ni Joy, malabong makabalik pa siya dito sa Norway. Baka diretsyong deport na ngayon Hindi nga niya makuha yung mga gamit niya sa bahay.
Grabe naman, nakakatakot.
Kaya mag-ingat kayo lalo dyan, ha? Mas lalong humihigpit na dito.
O siya, sige.
Nung nasa Czech Republic ako, mahirap din ang buhay doon. 3 taong tiis at tiyaga din, kahit gaano kahirap. Kaya siguro sanay na lang yung katawan ko. Maninibago siguro to pag nakatulog ako ng 5 oras o nagpahinga ng buong araw. Hindi yun normal. Sanay na akong pagod, kayod ng todo para sa pamilya. Halos puro hirap, pait, at sakit naranasan ko doon. Pero okay lang, kasi doon din dumating yung pinaka-importanteng tao sa buhay ko, ang aking si Pio. Kaya tiyaga pa more, para makaipon, at para na rin sa magandang buhay namin ni Pio. 1 taon pa sa Norway, makaipon lang ako ng sapat, uuwi na ako sa aking anak for good. Hindi rin madali yung pagpunta ko dito. Yung ipon ko galing Czech, nangalahati yata para panggastos papunta dito. 2 days after ng Pasko nung lumipad ako, kailangan may baong pamasko sa airport para hindi masilip na may sabit ka at makalipad ng walang hassle. Sa dami nila, hindi ko na alam kung sino-sino yung aking naabotan para lang maka-exit ng Pinas. Magastos, nakakatakot, pero lahat ito susubungin ko para lang sa magandang kinabukasan namin ni Pio. Hindi ko gustong maging ganito yung kapalaran niya paglaki niya. Kaya lahat gagawin ko. Lahat isusugal ko. Lahat ng lakas ibubuhos ko. Para sa pangarap kong buhay para sa anak ko.
Iyak ka na ba?
Saglit nga, message ko si Tin.
Okay lang.
And wait, there's more.
Miss namin kayo. Sorry na, pasensya na.
Ito kasi love life ng love life.
Okay lang.
Importante.
Okay lang. Importante na dito kayo.
Happy ka na.
Oo naman.
Ito kasing si Ira, puro love life.
Ay,
Ganyan
nako.
talaga yan.
Let's hear let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah. So what I can see is that Pearl is here as an au pair, and she has a son, and she is also working extra, well, illegally, to make the ends meet. So she's able to send money back home for her son. That's as far as I've understood from the video. It's a very sad situation, and unfortunately, we know that probably some have to go through this. But when it comes to the regulations, the UDI is quite clear about when that you are not supposed to have a child when you come to Norway. And one of the reasons I assume that the UDI has implemented this into the regulations is exactly the reason that that the story that's been presented here with Pearl, that she has a responsibility back home, and she feels that she needs to work extra so her baby can have what it needs, right? So it's a way of protecting the au pairs that are coming here, so that they don't end up in these situations where they see themselves in the necessity of working next to their au pair. Besides their au pair position here in Norway. So this is an important thing to have in mind, that it's not a crime to have a baby, but there is a reason why these things are stipulated in the regulation, and it's a way of protecting the au pairs, of not having to find themselves in situations that are difficult, such as finding a job here in Norway, which is, by the way, illegally. When you are an au pair, you're only an au pair. You're not supposed to have any other jobs. An au pair is not a job, or being an au pair is not a job. It's supposed to be, like I said before, like a pleasant experience for a young person coming from another country. Is supposed to experience the Norwegian culture and so on, like I mentioned earlier on. And it also has to be mentioned that working like this is illegal in Norway, and it's a violation of the law. So you can have severe consequences if you are caught working illegally. Worst case scenario, you are deported by the police, and depending on how severe the case is, of how long you have been working illegally and what you have been doing while you've been working illegally, you can also get expelled from the Schengen region, either for I think it's 2 years, 5 years, or permanently. So it's not a joke. It's important to have that in mind, that you are risking a lot. You're risking your experience here as an au pair, as well as not ever being able to come back to Europe. Yeah.
Palaging nagde-demand ng time.
Good morning, baby ko.
Ay, good morning, babe. Bakit sobrang saya mo?
Seryoso ba yan, baby? Tingnan mo nga daw yung pintuan nyo dyan. Bouquet of flowers. Anto ka pa talaga masyado mahal. Happy anniversary. Mahal na mahal kita at miss na.
Likewise, babe. Pasensya ka na. Pagod lang ako. Kasi late na naman ako nagligpit dahil nag-inom na naman si tatay dito.
Okay lang naman. Basta pahinga ka lang. Tulog ka lang ulit. Message mo lang ako pag gising mo. Happy anniversary ulit, mahal.
Hindi kami laging ganito. Boyfriend ko na si HJ simula 15 ako. Sa kanya lang umiikot mundo ko ng mahabang panahon. Di ko na lang sigurado ngayon. Parang pagiging au pair. Okay naman ako dati, noon. Sobrang smooth na experience ko sa Denmark. Ganon din simula ko dito sa Norway. Until nag-summer. Tuwing madaling araw na lang magliligpit ako ng mga bote ng alak. Karton ng pizza, karton ng wine ng mga host kong malalakas uminom. Araw-araw na lang. One time nag-uwi ng barkada si host dad. 5 yata. Hanggang alas 3 silang nag-iinuman at nag-iingay. Nakakahiya sa kapitbahay. Tapos may isa doon na tahimik si Hokon. Nung nagluto ako ng vurol, pulutan nila, lumapit sa akin si Hokon. Ang tangkad at makisig. Sabi niya sa akin, ang ganda daw ng buhok ko. Kaso, kulang ng style. Ako lang naman nagugupit nito. Ayun, binigay niya number niya. May kilala daw siyang hairstylist. Kontak ko daw siya para i-refer niya ako. Kinuha niya cellphone ko para ilagay number niya saka missed ko sa kanya. Ayun tuloy, nakuha niya number. At si kuyang makulit, panay na text araw-araw. Nakakainis nga eh. Si Harold Jom, masipag, may maliit siyang anihan na pinapalago niya. Lagi siyang nasa bukiran. Sobrang sipag tapos nag-i-extra pa ng pasada ng tricycle sa gabi.
Baby, may binibenta sa aking lupa si Ka Ernie. Bagsak presyo at magre-retire na siya. Kunin ko para palaguin.
Okay lang babe, sige po. Kaso baka sobra kang mapagod araw-araw mula alas 5 ng umaga hanggang alas 10 ng gabi? Ka nagtatrabaho?
Okay lang, mahal ko. Gustong gusto ko na kasi magkabahay tayo at magnegosyo. Para hindi mo na kailangan manatili dyan sa abroad. Miss na kita, mahal ko.
Miss na rin kita pero andito ako para din sa pamilya ko. Ayokong ikaw din ang bubuhay sa kanila.
Pamilya mo ay pamilya ko rin. Hayaan mo ako magtaguyod sa inyo.
Tignan lang natin po. Hindi ko alam kung kakayanin pag dyan lang ako nagtrabaho.
Nagsusumikap ako para sa ating mahal ko. Kaya huwag ka mag-alala.
Hindi naman kasi ganun kadali yon, Harold Jom. Hindi ko alam habang tumatagal sa tuwing nakakausap ko si Harold Jom nai-stress na lang ako. Para akong nape-pressure sa mga plano niya at hindi ko na lang alam kung yun pa rin ang buhay na gusto ko sa future. Si H naman, si Hokon, sobrang cool at laging nagjo-joke lang. Tapos sa hotel siya nagtatrabaho. Pinapunta niya ako doon, libre daw ako dinner. Napatindi pa yung closeness namin ni H. Nung isang gabi, sa sobrang kalasingan ng host dad ko, nung bagong taon, pumasok siya sa kwarto, tumabi sa akin at pinagtangkaan akong halikan. Naitulak ko siya agad at dumating yung isang alaga kong teenager at inilabas siya sa kwarto ko. Trauma na trauma ako nun. Hindi ko alam sino pagsasabihan ko. Ayaw kong sabihin kay Harold Jom kasi tsak papauwiin niya ako. Tumawag ako kay H at sinundo niya ako agad. May libreng kwarto siya sa hotel. Doon daw muna ako matulog. Para siyang knight in shining armor.
Hi, Ira!
Aurora, kumusta?
Okay lang. Pero 5 buwan na tayong hindi nagkikita. Pwede ba tayong magkita ngayong sa Tanamay? Sa dating pwesto natin.
Hindi ko sure, Aurora. Baka need ako ng host ko eh.
Matatapos ng kontata ni Riza, hindi ba tayo magbabonding? Ganun-ganun na lang ba yun? Tsaka, Saan ba siya pupunta? Nag-uusap ba kayo?
Matagal na ring hindi. Nag-busy kasi ako eh. Kaka-aaral ng Norse. Kasi pala si Ate Pearl. Hindi nga rin yun yung pumapasok eh. Kakakuskus.
Tumatawag ako kay Riza pero hindi siya sumasagot. Try mo naman, baka ikaw kausapin niya.
Okay, sige. Tatawagan ko siya.
Sige,
Wait
sige.
lang. Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Riz, gusto ka na? Matatapos na pala kontrata mo soon.
Oo eh.
Ano na plan mo?
Di ko alam. Gulong-gulo ako. Tas, hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko.
Gusto mo kita tayo?
May extra ako ngayon eh. Tsaka tapos bukas, busy sa bahay, mag-prepare. After 11 a.m. sa 17th of May, pwede ka ba?
O sige, may importante din akong sasabihin sa'yo, Riza.
Yeah, so this is a very complex situation to be in. First, I mean, the first advice I would ever have is that if you are in a situation with a family that is, for example, in this case, having an alcohol problem or abusing substances, toxic substances, that you should immediately find a new host family. You are completely entitled to leave your host family immediately, to end the contract immediately when you find yourself in a serious situation like this. You're not supposed to hold on. No, that's not the way it's supposed to happen. You are entitled to get a new host family. The UDI is completely, has a complete understanding for these kind of situations, and they're also there to protect you in these situations. And if you find yourself in the situation and you don't feel secure and you don't have anyone besides your friends you can talk to, you can of course always contact our center. We're here to support you, to give you advices in these kind of situations, and help you to get out of that situation as well. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I see this situation. And in terms of the other situation where she meets, this friend of the host father, it's also an unfortunate situation that she ends up like this, and that she becomes pregnant. This is something we've also received inquiries about, au pairs that have a boyfriend or that have become pregnant. So it doesn't mean that you have to terminate your contract if you're pregnant, but you just have to know that when you give birth, that the au pair contract will be no longer valid. So you will not have a right to be an au pair anymore. And if you also find yourself in this situation where you meet someone like this and you're not feeling sure about who this person might be, or again, you can always call us and talk about it. We have professional people behind us as well. We have also free legal assessment in case you need that as well. And we collaborate with different institutions that can help you if you're in this kind of situation.
Ako si Risa. Perfect yung host family ko. Mag-asawang matanda. Ang need lang ay tagaluto. Ino-offeran ako ng free Norwegian course, pero aanhin ko yun. Mahina naman ako. Yan yung paulit-ulit na sinasabi sa akin ng tatay ko. Pinilit ko na nga lang makapagtapos ng high school kahit ayaw niya. Iniisip ko naman si Inang at 7 kong kapatid. Sinong bubuhay sa kanila? Naglalabada si nanay. Si tatay naman sa sabong at joting lang umaasa na kulang pa pansustento sa mga bisyo niya.
Ina naman Risa oh. Ang tagal mo namang magpadala. Nagsabi na ako sa mga barkada ko na maghahanda ako sa birthday ko. Bakit ba ang kupad-kupad mong magpadala? Ano bang inatupag mo dyan? Wala ka talagang kwenta.
Ay, anong pagambos ko sa...
Uy, sige Risa, pero dahil sa corona, mas gusto nila yung mas kilala at tatagal na dito.
Okay lang yan.
Rani, naririnig mo yung pinag-usapan
Girl,
mo.
corona, layo-layo.
Sorry naman.
Layo-layo pa. Ayan, so,
Yun na nga, naririnig mo yung pinag-usapan mo na.
iba yung si Pamay na na grabe naman kung saan Facebook group kasali. At super rakitera, lahat na lang sinalian, lahat na lang kinuha, pati yung sa kustos, di naman kanya kinukuha, napaka-selfish talaga, di ba?
Tumpak, mga au pair talaga, nagpipiling na naman, pati yung mga ibang Pinoy nadadamay sa mga pinagagawa nila.
Kaya nakakasula, di ba? Nakakahiya.
Impyerno, nakakahiya.
Saan?
Ang init-init, naka-wool.
Ira, ano nangyari sa'yo?
Hindi nga yung sasabihin ko.
Ha? Bakit? Dito ba si Job?
Hindi. Hindi ito kay Harold, Joe.
Nung sinabi ko sa ama ng bata, tinignan lang ako. Tapos sinabi. Tapos iniwan ako sa hotel mag-isa. Hindi ko na siya nakontak simula nun. 5 months na. Later on, nalaman kong may asawa at 2 anak pala siya. Ang hirap. Sobrang sakit. Pero kahit ganon, kikip ko tong bata. Uuwi na lang ako. Bahala na.
Riza?
Anong nangyari sa'yo? Sino nakabuntis sa'yo?
Ang hirap i-explain, di ko alam. Buti ka pa nga eh. Alam ko, makakaya mong buhayin yung anak mo.
Paano? Anong nangyari? Sino nakabuntis sa'yo?
Nagsimula ito nung nakilala ko si Bianca. Sobrang gipit ako nun. Wala ng KK dahil sa corona. Tapos, hindi ako nakakuha ng bagong host sa Belgium. Kaya, ayun, pumasok ako sa isang bagay na ngayon ay sobrang kong pinagsisisihan. Noong una, sinasama lang ako sa pakikipag-meet sa mga seniors na nagbibigay ng mga libreng damit at pagkain. Tapos hanggang sa pakilala, negosasyon about sa mga papeles, tulong sa pagkuha ng visa, about sa mga serbisyo, masahe, hindi ko na maalala. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung mga sumunod na pangyayari. Nagising na lang ako isang araw na ito na yung negosasyong sinasalihan ko. Sa sobrang kagipitan, nagbenta na ako ng laman ng mga hindi ko kakilala. May mga asawa, may mga edad, iba't ibang lahi. At ang pinakamasakit, hindi na ako makawala sa sistema. Hanggang isang araw, pinagsamantalahan pa ako ng gusto. 3 sila. Hindi ko na matandaan. May nilagay sila sa inumin ko. Kumising na lang ako hinang-hina. Kumising ako sa kalapastangan ng mga taong ginamit ako at pinasura sa tabihan.
Ay, Riza, dito pala kayo. Bakit hindi ka nagsabi? Hindi niyo ba alam nangyari kay Ate Pearl?
Oh, Riza! Ano nangyari kay Ate Pearl?
Buntis ka din?
Nawawala daw siya. Huling punta niya ay kuskus. Ang hinala nila ay nahuli siya at nakadetain ngayon. Naaawa ako sa pamilya ni Ate Pearl. Tawag sila ng tawag sa akin. Naaawa ako lalo kay Pio. Hinahanap niya yung nanay niya.
Nanay?
Oo, Ira. Si Ate Pearl ang tunay na nanay ni Pio. At yung pagkayod ng husto ni Ate Pearl ay para sa kinabukasan ng anak niya. At ngayon, hindi ko na alam. Hindi ko na alam kung paano natin matutulungan sila. At ano rin ba ang nangyari sa inyo? At kay Riza?
Hi, Aurora. Alam mo lang, masaklat, malala.
First of all, I want to say I'm not a professional when it comes to these kind of situations. I just want to make that clear. However, Caritas Au Pair Center is here to have an open dialogue when it comes to these very serious cases, and we can always put people that are in au pairs or whoever who are in these situations in contact with the right institutions that are professional and can help you out of these situations. There is like some similarities between this video and the last one, that they're under a lot of pressure from back home, there is no way. I mean, there's never any excuse to be ending up in this kind of terrible situations due to pressure. In the last video now, you know that you're living with a host family, and if something happens to you, or if you're in contact with people that are shady, that you don't know what kind of intentions they might have, I think since the host family is the first closest contact person you have besides your friends, that it's important to talk about this, to ask, listen, I met someone who told me this and that, and just to know, so they're aware of your situation as well, so you can always get some help from them as well. There is nothing to be ashamed of when you find yourself in this kind of situation. It's absolutely not your fault. You should never feel bad about it, and it's important to know that it's perfectly okay to talk about these things, and perfectly okay to ask for help, and you are not the one that's supposed to be scared about the consequences in this kind of situation. Not at all, because the only consequence is that you're the one that is having to deal with this by yourself. So that's my message in terms of these kind of situations that are so serious, and we are open for any kind of conversation that may come to us at the Au Pair Center. Just so you know, this is something that will be between us and you, and that if you want to seek further help, we can help you with that as well. And just so you know that there will not be any consequences for you at all. You will get professional help in this kind of situation.
Hi, I'm Eloisa and I play the role of Aurora. Hi, I'm Kate and I play the role of Pearl. Hi, I'm Ella and I play the role of Riza.
I'm Kish and I play the role of Ira.
We thank you for watching our au pair special, Aba. Aba is a fictional story dedicated to all the au pairs working here in Norway.
The documentary reflects the different types of abuse that some of the au pairs had experienced or may experience during their stay here in Norway. It also reflects that some of the au pairs do the illegal works that are against the au pair contract and can be punishable.
Through this initiative, we would also want to launch our newest program, FHS Au Pair Support. If you are a victim of any sort of abuse, seek help. Contact FHS. We are here to help you together with our partner centers and association. You are not alone.
This is also part of our campaign to stop the abuse among the au pairs here in Norway, in coordination with different organizations which aim to promote and protect au pair rights.
And we are the volunteers of the Filippinske Hjelpesamfunn in Norge.